February 19th, 2012 was a day I had found enough courage to change my life. I grew up in a small town about 30 minutes west of Boston, Massachusetts. No different than most, I was involved with school, sports, family, and friends. I was never a reserved person. I established great friendships and made memories that would last well beyond those years. I was seemingly happy, content with everything in my life, but there was something missing. It was like a knot in my stomach, getting pulled tighter with each passing year, each comment regarding girls and relationships. On my 17th birthday, I finally was able to choke up the 2 words that I believed would throw away any chance of normal I would have in my life. I made the decision to start telling people that I am gay, and the knot had unraveled. It was the first time that I identified as part of the GLBT community. GLBT is an acronym for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered. In 2011, a UCLA study claims that 3.5% of Americans identify as GLBT, which is roughly 9 million Americans. The GLBT community has become more familiar in recent years. There has been more exposure in media with songs supporting marriage equality, as well as a variety of different television shows that feature a gay or lesbian character. There are also public figures who openly identify as GLBT. Talk show host Ellen DeGeneres, actor Neil Patrick Harris, NBA player Jason Collins, actress Ellen Page, and college football player Michael Sam are just a few examples of public figures that identify as either gay or lesbian. More states are also starting to legally recognize same-sex marriage. In 2014, 17 states legally recognize these marriages, and attitudes are beginning to change. As I continued to tell more people, I received an influx of comments and questions that are easily recognized by the gay community. Do you want to go shopping? We should watch a chick flick. Does this outfit look cute? He's just like one of the girls. None of this seemed to be applicable to me, and I grew frustrated. I was well aware of the stereotypes long before I told anyone that I was gay. I knew that when people heard the words gay man, most envisioned someone like this. It is a constant battle between preconceptions and reality. To generalize all heterosexual people would be no better than the stereotypes some implicate on the GLBT community. But from my own experience, I found 2 common attitudes from both sexes. Many girls wanted the gay best friend to engage in their feminine activities, and many guys saw gay men as nothing more than another female, someone they couldn't possibly relate to. A 2009 study titled Gay Stereotypes: The Use of Sexual Orientation as a Cue for Gender-Related Attributes assesses whether gay individuals possess attributes related with the opposite gender. Freud's gender inversion theory is mentioned in the study, which makes the claim that people who are attracted to the same sex as the opposite gender will possess qualities of that gender. This research does not test the validity of this theory, but the beliefs of heterosexual people that coincide with it. After a survey has been conducted, the results show that gay men were rated as low as women in masculinity. This study is compared to the Kite and Duke study, which is measured similar attitudes 20 years prior. The results conclude that stereotypes align with Freud's theory and are prevalent 20 years later. While Freud's gender inversion theory may highlight the overlying stereotypes about the GLBT community, it is found that more specific stereotypes are related to the social roles we possess. For instance, many assume that gay men will gravitate to positions in fashion design or hair and makeup. In a study titled The Impact of Social Roles on Stereotypes of Gay Men, it is claimed that stereotypes of social groups such as women and men are derived in large part from the roles they occupy or have historically occupied. Gay men might be seen as effeminate and flamboyant because they have been overrepresented in feminine and artistic professions. From my own experience, I believe this is one of the main causes of these specific stereotypes. I found that the population that is stereotyping focuses too largely on the stereotypical social roles gay men possess. More people acknowledge the gay hairdresser before the gay truck driver because that is what is expected. These expectations correspond to the media's ideal image of gay and lesbian characters. In an article written by Chen-Quan Chung regarding media and stereotypes, it is said that when viewers are consistently immersing themselves in value-laden media images and are consistently exposed to the stereotypical portrayal of lesbians and gay people, they are likely to develop false assumptions. Media is a key socializing factor in American society. Younger generations are most susceptible to base their beliefs from what they are exposed to in the media. Chung then notes that reality television shows have attempted to represent all types of people equally. They have done so by selecting contestants who fit pre-existing stereotypes. Lesbians and gay stereotyping is thus a profit-making media practice. These repeated stereotypes are detrimental to the GLBT youth. It creates a standard that many feel required to perpetuate. Chung then explains that it is not surprising that many gay and lesbian youth and adults remain in the closet partly because they have failed to identify the stereotypical characteristics of lesbian and gay people portrayed in the media. I can attest to this. One of my biggest challenges was identifying the difference between attraction and personality traits. I did not believe that my interests were that of normal gay people, causing much more doubt than what was necessary. Once I was able to identify that there is no certain way gay people need to act, I was confident enough to accept the way I was. Unfortunately, many GLBT youth do not find enough confidence for acceptance due to the stereotypes and the negative implications that surround the GLBT community. Most have heard that this community is a target for bullying and hate crimes. In the 2009 study previously mentioned, it is stated that stereotypes are often used to justify discrimination. The outcome of this discrimination can end in tragedy. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention website claims that a nationally representative study of adolescents in grades 7 through 12 found that lesbian, gay, and bisexual youth were more than twice as likely to have attempted suicide as their heterosexual peers. In September 2010, 9 American GLBT youth committed suicide. These things do happen. They don't have to happen. There are in fact ways to reduce stereotypes. One of the most important is to educate. The study College Students' Attitudes Towards Gay and Lesbians claims that attitude change is best accomplished by providing comprehensive information on the subject and positive exposure to the population that is under discussion. With that, it is necessary to show through example and discussion that stereotypes are not always fulfilled. Even though for the past 2 years I have felt uncomfortable talking about my sexuality in front of people I do not know, I recognize the importance if that means starting the conversation and allowing more exposure. Resources like the GLBT Center at NC State are designed to help fight discrimination, allow exposure, and make GLBT students feel optimistic about their sexual orientation. There are links provided on the website that offer multiple resources and services, from student organizations to life coach counseling. I had the opportunity to sit down and ask the Assistant Director of the GLBT Center at NC State, Natalie Nguyen, a few questions regarding the community and stereotypes. She had stressed the importance of education and awareness regarding stereotypes, as well as creating a positive image for the community by not acting any different than everyday people. Being openly gay has allowed me to overcome countless challenges, some obvious, some not so obvious, but regardless, it has helped me identify qualities that matter and those that don't. The reality is that sexual orientation is by no means a reflection of character and does not dictate any particular lifestyle.
I don't think I should be defined as Michael Sam, the gay athlete, the gay football player. I want to be defined Michael Sam for being a great person and have great character.